Good morning, people. I bet you wonder how I'm gonna pull Jackson State into this one, right? Well, I'm gonna show you how to do it. It's very eloquent. You should very much take advantage of it. Coach Simmons here on a Sunday morning. Just want to pull something up. Southern University. Say what you want about the quarterback not starting, needs to start, but I'm having absolutely zero passing offense, and only two plays that really looked good on them was two breakaway runs. That defense is horrible. They couldn't tackle a fly. They couldn't tackle anything right now. But it does lead to a couple of things I want to talk to you about. I talked to you about it earlier, and everybody thought I was out of my damn mind. They thought, oh, coach, you have finally snapped. There's no way that's going to happen. White folks won't let it happen. My white fans, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm hearing on this channel. So let's play that advocate, if you will, right? Jackson State is still the best HBCU team. Now, I do find it very peculiar that Jackson State seems to be falling in every freaking poll before the season starts. They had them as high as number 11, 12. Now, according to ESPN, so they see it writing on the wall, they dropped their ass right down to number 17. NC Central, they had them getting some votes, about 13. They figure SC State's going to win the MEAC. With the running game that Central showed, maybe it's the Southern's lack of tackling ability. Maybe that's it. But for what they showed, if that is legit, I'll put this nicely to you people. They're going to be a problem in the MEAC. Oh, they're going to be a problem in the MEAC. And what does that mean? Okay. Let's just go by Hero Sports. They're one of the most reputable. Nah, screw that. I don't like them. CBS Sports ranking polls. Well, consensus is Jackson's at 17. But let's play devil's advocate here. Over this weekend, games have come on. Games were played. You know, that's what things do, right? Also, a lot of teams lost. I mean, lost. I don't think the ESPN of the world and other people thought would actually lose. So, once again, devil's advocate, if you don't mind. Looking at number 5, Incarnate Ward. Got absolutely embarrassed by Nicholls State. It's not even a close question. They were taken behind the woodshed, dropped the draws, and beat like a grandma with a switch. I'm sorry, man. You're supposed to be the pride of the Southland Conference, the jewel of Texas College FCS football. Number 4 in the FCS CBSSports.com coaches poll. You got absolutely embarrassed. Now, UC Davis and Mercer, you know, there was a rain delay. We don't know how that's going to affect the results or affect the rankings of those two schools. Tarleton State, either Tarleton is the best school ever in the FCS, or Portland State needs to be dropped down to Division III or NIA. I'm sorry. That was just embarrassing. We'll find out next week when Tarleton plays Army. Don't worry, Jackson. I'm coming back to you. Looking at teams coming up, the big games, who's going to drop? So, North Dakota State at the Citadel, Montana State at Oregon. Montana State's going to get drubbed. Sorry. Now, Sacramento State, ranked 14. They play South Dakota State in South Dakota. The highest priced, highest paid FCS school, biggest NIL budget. They play at South Dakota State. If South Dakota State wins, they're moving up. If Sacramento State loses, they're moving down. Do you think SC State's going to go up there and beat South Dakota State? I don't think so. So you're going to have two teams drop. Then you have teams like the Money Town, right? So you got number 12 in the country, Idaho, playing at Washington State. They're going to drop. They're going to get their ass whooped. They're going to drop. And it's funny, it's not really a away game because they used to play in Pullman Stadium, but they're going to drop. So who do you have left above Jackson? Abilene Christian at Tulsa? Abilene Christian damn near beat Texas Tech last year. The same $55 million NIL team that's coming up this year. There's some fight left in them, and they might pull off the upset at Tulsa. Then again, they may not. We'll find out. But let's say that they lose that game. And yes, I know I had a video warning Jackson about Hampton. That's basically because I'm trying to convince my job to send me to that game. What's up, Flo? But check this out. With those games ahead of the schedule, Abilene Christian probably getting the L against Tulsa. Sacramento State getting beat by South Dakota State. Idaho getting ran up by Washington State. UIW already being blown out by Nichols. And probably going to lose against Eastern Washington, even though it's a home game. Oh yeah, South Dakota, you're losing to Iowa State. It's not going to happen. You're losing to them. If Jackson wins that game against Hampton, that I so want Flow Sports to send me to. What's up, Flo? How high can they climb? They're at 17 right now. How high can they climb? If Jackson gets up to where they were beginning of the year, beginning of the offseason, at 12, I understand it. But it won't be Jackson State's last, how do I say this nicely? Last move up. But back to the game at hand, if you don't mind. You have NC Central. They beat Southern. Okay. Like I told you idiots before, and one of these dumb people who has the first name of what my nickname was, my name is Blue Simmons. We ain't gonna go no further. I told you people before. There's no way in hell New Hampshire has more talent than North Carolina Central. The dog was crazy. Oh, you're stupid. And then Central proceeded to whoop that ass up in New Hampshire. Well, now it's the get-back game. They come back down to North Carolina. New Hampshire, if I'm not mistaken, has votes in the CBS.com coaches poll ranking, whatever. They're actually currently ranked higher than NC Central. So technically, they could move up higher before the game starts. They're getting their ass handed to them when they come to North Carolina. Old Dominion is an FBS school. Remember, I kept telling y'all, it's a smart thing for HBCUs to play group of 5 teams, lower group of 5 teams to get their fighting stance out the way. They can beat Old Dominion. They're going to beat Fayetteville. It hurts my feeling to say this, but the Aggie Eagle Classic, they're going to blow the hell out of A&T. Coming to Texas. Hey, playing East Texas A&M. Yeah, that's a win. FAMU might be a big game because FAMU finally finds a quarterback and does something very simple. Middle linebacker, strong safety, must stay home. But that's not going to happen with FAMU. Central can win that game. Even though I do respect what Deshaun Jackson is doing, I think him raising the profile of Delaware State, which was a bottom feeder in the FCS and HBCU land, there's no way in hell he's beating Central at homecoming. It's just not going to happen like that. Which means it comes down to the last part of the season, the actual tough games on their schedule. At Howard, does Howard still have the O-line that was developing before? They still have the stable of running backs? No, they don't. But the coach is known for building them up. This late in the season, they can either be a great team or an injured team. We're going by the ladder. And then you have the 3 games that will decide the MEAC. Norfolk in Durham, SC State in Durham, and at Morgan. If Morgan ever finds a stable quarterback, you don't got to be Peyton Manning. Hell, Trent Dilfer got a ring. If Morgan ever finds that, they're going to be a problem. But I do believe Central, on paper, is favored in every game except 2. Honestly, SC State game is probably older than me. They have a chance to run the damn table. If they run the table and get through the MEAC, and this is where I'm keeping hope alive, Jackson has no doubt the most talent of any team on that damn schedule they have. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody, and I mean nobody, on Jackson's schedule, yeah, I'm talking to you, Southern Miss, has the talent of Jackson State. So on paper, there should be nobody touching the damn Titans. Which means, if Central does what I think Central can do, if Jackson does what they should do, I mean, what's going to happen? Well, Coach, like I've been telling you before, my dream is to have the whole thing fall apart. Burn down the house. We got tough games coming up, yeah, for other schools ahead of Jackson State. But if those two do what they should do, and you have a top 4 or 5 team in the coaches poll playing each other for the Celebration Bowl, or you have a top 3 and 4, what's to stop the coaches besides pure racism? Yeah, I called it out. What's to stop the coaches from putting the winner of that game to have some votes? The winner of the Jackson State NC Central game, if both teams do what they are supposed to do. Now, I like what Coach Berry's doing at South Carolina State. But if these teams do what they're supposed to do, you will have not only the HBCU Black National Championship game, but a split national champion. And before you say that never happens, let me ask you a question. Anybody, Nebraska fans, Y'all remember what they did? Anybody USC fans? The split national champion has happened before on the FBS level. To have that happen on the FCS level, first of all, Josh Pay will have a fucking heart attack. But it will be so, so wonderful. Because not only are you saying you are the best HBCU, but you're saying you are the best FCS team. And you have a trophy that only FAMU can say they have in your trophy box. But hell, what do I know? I'm Coach Simmons. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday.